Good morning, everyone. My name is Dudzard, and I do web game dev here on Twitch. Today is Thursday. It's an amazing sunny day outside, and I'm stuck inside streaming. GG's. That's the intro. Welcome, everyone. How's your day going? How's your week going? Today we'll be working on our pinball project, on our pinball prototype. Oh my God. This keeps not showing anything. I can't understand why. Fixed. GG. So on the last stream that we worked on this project, we started replacing some of these elements by elements that we modeled ourselves. Because we are GigaChat Blender modelers now. So we did replace the flippers, and we also did replace the pop bumpers, which also reflect part of the scene, and they also animate up and down. So if I play the game, let me just quickly move the camera here somewhere. So if I move the camera here and I shoot the ball, or I move the ball to the position of the camera, you can see like the pop bumpers actually they don't actually squish the ball, you know, it's just like an animation, but I mean, you can see how it plays, and it's kind of cool, you know. So I'm enjoying this a lot. It made the game look like almost way better than what it was. But I would say that there are two possibilities that we could work on today. One would be like to model more stuff, mainly probably model like these slingshots here, for example, and also these drop targets, because we don't have any drop targets. So that could be one possibility. We could also model a spinner, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. So what I decided that what we would be working on today is we would create a variant of this screen, but as an electromechanical like chord tracker, you know. So if I show like a pinball table from the 70s, you will see that usually the scores were tracked like on this rotating number thingy. I don't know what names to call it. What did I call it? Score reel, yeah. So the scores were tracked on this score reel, where each wheel would like rotate to reveal a new digit. You know, like something like this. And usually back in the day, like in the 60s and 70s, usually tables would support up to 4 players. So that's what I want to work on today. So I want the ability to like display numbers there, and maybe text, you know, maybe text. Because what I would like to do is, one, I would like to keep track of the current score, so the current amount of points that you have. But at the same time, I would also like to have, or to incorporate, the in-game shop into that score reel. Because I don't know if you remember, but I need to click input. If you move the ball inside this little area right here, then we transition into a shop mode where we can essentially upgrade like the individual groups of elements here. So it's not the individual elements, it's the individual groups. So whatever has a green name here is the root or the owner of the group. But for example here, this one is like the owner of the group, but actually these 3 stars make part of it. So I was thinking that I would like to incorporate this shop mode here, like this shop screen, into the score reels. I don't know exactly how, because this has like a tons of information, you know, mainly it has like a number for the score or for the amounts of points that you currently have. It also has a number for the current cost of the selected item. Then it has a number, an arrow, and another number for the current number of points that that element gives you, and the next level whenever you upgrade. So at the very least, it needs to show like 3 or 4 different numbers, and then we'll also need to have like the confirm button somehow, or even like just displaying if you can actually purchase that thing or not. But I mean, that could probably just be like a light, so not actually part of the score tracker. But yeah, that's what I would like to do. I don't know exactly how to implement this, but that's what I would like to do. So I wonder if... Okay, we need to think a little bit about this. Okay, I'll probably need to like add an image here or something. Like this. So people can like come and check what I'm doing. So we would need to have like several panels like this, like several point reels. So one of them would be for points exclusively. But I mean, this usually stops at the dozens of thousands, you know, so it doesn't actually go to incredible giant numbers. But I mean, that's the limitation of this machine. We could always like change it to have more digits. It's like, it's fine. There's like the Aztec table, I think, which has more. It has 6 digits. You know, something like this. Let me open this image. Oh. Okay, I need a higher quality image, just so I have it open on stream so people can like come and visit. Yeah, something like this. Yeah. Good. Yeah, so we would need to have stuff like this. Because currently on this one, now it goes to under 1,000 points, which maybe it's what's going to happen on this table. I think. So I mean, I don't know. We should just start, I guess. We should just start with something. So I think I'm gonna create a new scene. A new scene. So here I created the matrix.display. Okay, I think I'll need to create a new one. And I'm gonna call it a score reel, maybe. What's its name? Score reel, yes. So for the score reel, I was thinking that maybe I would even like to show text, you know, which might be kind of weird, but at the same time, I think I would like to have text. So this would need to be like a rotating cylinder, which would have um, one slot for each digit, plus one slot for each letter. Um, I mean, we don't actually need to code in the entire thing, you know. We can just like fake it somehow. So let me think, how can I quickly model this? Well, maybe I cannot model it here. Maybe I should probably try to model this from Blender or something. Because I'm assuming that this is gonna have uh well, no, mesh. Yeah, so I'm assuming that this would have like, oh, maybe a prism. Okay, let's see what does a prism gets us. Can I specify the number of sides that we have? Or is a prism just a triangle shape? Yeah, apparently it's just a triangle. Help. Okay, so it cannot be a prism. So what can we put it on its side? Can we use a cylinder and then remove the number of radial segments? Yeah, I think it's this. So if we do how many letters in the alphabet? I think it's like 26 or something. 26. So it will need to be 26 letters plus 10 numbers plus one space and maybe a colon. Hello, Mr. Bot. Goodbye, Mr. Bot. Rest in peace. Okay, so this would need to be 38. Okay, can barely see that this actually like works. So I think, I mean, it could be even more extreme, you know. It doesn't need to be exactly perfect. So it could be something like this. Oh, but this has like a flat rendered, smooth rendered, which I don't think I want. But I don't think I can either change this. Material, custom flip faces, no. UV padding, I don't know what this does. In any case, I think that this as a cylinder would work, but this doesn't allow me to have like a different material. Like it's all smooth, like the UVs are all smooth. So I wonder if I can actually do something with that. Emission, transparency, shading, unshaded. For vertex, no. No, this is still it's still smooth shading. Okay, let me see if I can remove it on Godot. Godot remove smooth shading. Model exported with flat shading as smooth shading when imported. Shading mode to unshaded. I mean, but this just gets rid of all of the lighting stuff, which is not exactly what I want. Can I do something with the UVs? No. Be sampling. Repeat. No. Turn off shadows. Okay, I don't trust any of this. Is there any way to disable default smooth faces effect? Use a CSG. Okay, let's try a CSG and see what the hell happens there. So we have this. Oh, smooth face is disabled. GG. Okay, this is what we want. Immediately. Immediately, this is what we want. Amazing. Okay, so we have 8 sides, which is good, I think. Okay, so let me maybe rotate this 90 degrees like this. In terms of height, I mean, this is gonna be like, I don't even know, like the proper size of this. So let's come up with something. In terms of radius, I don't know, like 20 centimeters radius. No, that's way too much. Okay, in terms of height, maybe 6 centimeters. Oops. Okay, something like this maybe. And then what we'll need to have is that we need to rotate this by some like multiples of degrees. Okay, I wonder what is the oh. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm trying to come up with the proper rotation to rotate this. Okay, so apparently it needs to be this. Yeah. And then it rotates on the x-axis. Well. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, I think I'm gonna need to have like a a root node where I'll essentially... Okay, so if this has like 8 sides, I mean, I can probably increment this to like 10 or something. Oh, 10 is gonna work. $12. I feel like 12. It's like 30 degrees each. Yeah, and then it's this plus 30. This plus 30. Okay. Okay, pretty cool. So it's this. And then we'll need to rotate this guy by like 30 degrees each time, and it will like reveal one letter. But we can essentially like fake what we get here, you know. It's not too relevant, I would say. Because this is just like gonna scroll up and scroll down. Okay, so we have this part here. I think I'm gonna need to have like an... I think I'm gonna need to add like a script here. Where did I put the matrix dot script? I have a folder. Screen selector, scripts. Okay, they're inside the scripts folder. Got it. Okay. So I'm gonna add a script here. This is gonna be a score reel script, and we need to come up with like the parameters that we need to export here. I would say that for this guy, okay, actually I have a question, which is, can I actually use this CSG cylinder as it is, or do I need to first create like a mesh out of it, you know? Maybe I need to create a mesh. I don't know if I can like rotate it. Not rotate it, if I can like add textures and move it in real time. I feel like a baked mesh would be better. Okay, in any case, we will need to export the number of faces, I guess, which by default would be 12. You know, which by default would be 12. I mean, in reality, I should read from these sides there. So I don't even need to actually read this. On ready, number of faces is going to be CSG cylinder dot, what's it called? Sides. Okay, number of sides. Good job. Okay, do we know if the onReady goes from top to bottom? Are computed and stored right before node.ready is called. Okay, but are they top to bottom? Because I was thinking that I could do rotation step degrees I could do 360 and then divide it by the number of sides. But apparently I don't think I can use this directly. I mean, good try. Step degrees. And then rotation step degrees. I mean, I don't know if this is gonna work. Current scene. Okay, it does work. So it properly calculated 30. So that's pretty cool. So I would assume that if I were to do top to bottom, maybe that wouldn't work. Yeah, because number of sides is still not initialized. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so we can do this. Okay, what now? So now I will need to have like a label 3D. A label 3D that in theory will be attached to this guy right here. I'll put a big 0 in there. Oh, look at that amazing 0. Oops. Can I increment the resolution of this? So if I do like a 64 without an outline, and then I make it smaller like this. Okay, this is a 0. Okay, but usually it's black on white background. So let me quickly change that. I'm gonna put it like a dark grayish thing. Okay, maybe I can make it slightly smaller, like this. Okay, I don't think this is centered at all. Let me just move it a little bit closer to that. Yeah, but this doesn't seem to be centered at all for some reason. But whatever. It's good enough for now. Okay, so what I would like to have, which I don't think I know if I'll be able to do, is when I rotate this, the number should rotate. The issue is that I don't actually want to populate all of these numbers, you know? I only need to I only need to fake this somehow. So this would be like the current label. And then I would have like a next label and the previous label. Or above and below. Something like this. The above one would be here. This would be rotated by what's What's all of this? Oh. Is it on the Z-axis? No. Okay, hold on, I'm confused. What happened here? Right, because he's rotated. Okay, so this should be like 45. Gotcha. And now I glue it there. Something like this. I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect, you know? Okay, so this will have like the above number. So I would just say that it's a 1. Something like that. And then if I duplicate this guy, I should be able to just... Oops. Move it. Hello? Okay, this is not working as I would expect, but it's fine. This should be minus 15 or something. Okay, something like this. And then I move it up. And then just for the memes, I'm gonna say that this is -1. Just so I have like a proper idea of how this works. Okay, so my plan is, and let me know if you agree, because I don't want to be like adding all the numbers and letters around. That's just gonna be like incredibly painful. So my idea is whenever I ask this to rotate from 0 to a 10, what I want it to do is it's gonna rotate from 0 to 1. Then it's gonna write a 1 here. And it's gonna reset it himself back. And then it's gonna write a 2 there. And then it's gonna rotate it to a 2. So, you know, and then it's gonna write a 2 there. It's gonna reset it again to this default rotation. Then it's gonna put a 3 in there. And then this thing will rotate another 30 degrees. No, so we'll have like multiple steps of rotate, update, unrotate, update. And this is one loop for one letter. And we'll just continue like do this until we reach the number. So that's my plan. I'm not exactly sure if that's gonna work, but that's my plan. And whenever I rotate something, I think I'm gonna rotate the root and not the guy inside. Below. Zero and 1. I also don't know if... Does anyone know if all the electromechanical machines assume that you add like a 1 here? Okay, imagine that you have a 2 here, you know? I mean, there's literally a 2 in there. And that you score like 70 points. So this 2 will turn into a 9. Does it go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Or does it go 2109? Because maybe it would be cool if it went above or below something. I don't know. Okay, in any case, let's try to implement like some functions here. Okay, I don't think I'll need this ready function for now. I mean, I'll just leave it, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna need to have a function which is rotate upwards, which is essentially like rotating in a specific way. Rotate upwards, and then here I take like a character. Can I specify a type? Does it need to be like a U8 or something? Byte? I don't know which types there are. Okay. Godot char type. Packed byte array. It's an integer. Oh. I don't know if I like the integer part. Unicode at 0. Okay, hold on. So if I do this at Unicode at 0, what does this return me? An int. Char. It's actually a string. Okay, I think I want to pass like a string. Can I like assert length? Okay, cool. So I'll have like the rotate upwards, and the rotate upwards. This needs to be called like multiple times. So let me see. So I think I'll need to call it tween. Get tree. Create tween. And then I'll need to call the difference between the callback and the method. Create an append a callback tweener. This method can be used to call an arbitrary method in any object. Okay, in any object. And I think tween method is just for the current one. Maybe. Calls a method over time with a tween value provided as an argument. Oh. I see. I see. Okay. In any case, let me see what I want to do here. So, I want to tween a property. What property do I want to tween? Good question. I mean, I think the object can be the root object. Then here I'm gonna do rotation degrees. I think it's X. Okay, it's X. And the final value. Oh. The final value. Okay, so I'll need to get the current value. Root dot rotation degrees dot x plus rotation step degrees and then the last argument is going to be a duration. So let's do it like this. So okay, let me think. Okay, let's first maybe start with a number. So let's assume we have what? Okay, first we'll need to then to check what is the current value. So the current number or the current character, whatever, exists on current dot text dot, this is going to be a string, and then we'll have a Unicode at 0. Can I do this? Okay, I'm inventing code. I don't know if this code works. Okay, so what happens if I do a plus b? AB. What happens if I do a b minus a? Does it give me 1? Invalid operators. Well, fuck you too. Unicode at 0. Okay, I got my answer. I got my answer. Okay, so this is gonna give me the current. Okay, hold on. I'm confused. ASCII table. Show me the beautiful ASCII table, please. Thank you. Okay, so I only want 0 through 9 and A through Z and the space and the colon. And the colon. So I think I'll need to create like my alphabet first. So my alphabet is going to be A, B, C, D, E. No, it's going to depend, isn't it? Because I kind of want this to be like magical in some sense. But okay, we'll get there. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Z. Good. And then we have, oops, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we have colon and the space. Okay, so this is going to be my alphabet. The thing is that if I am in numbers and I want to go to a number, then it should just go in numbers, you know. If I am on a letter, and it needs to go to a letter, imagine that we have like a W and you need to rotate all the way to A. It should go up to Z and then go back to A. You know, so it shouldn't go through the numbers themselves. Okay, let's simplify. Let's simplify. Okay, so this is a number first. And let's imagine that I'm gonna want to call rotate upwards 5. So we are on a 0 and we need to go to a 5. So how do we do that? So I think this twin will need to like work recursively. So this is the current number. This is the final number. So final number minus current number will be the steps that you need to do. But if final number is less than the current number, so if I go from a 9 to a 1, I need to add, if my current number is a 9 and my final number is less than, then my number of steps is, I need to increment this by 10. Yeah. Okay, so final number minus current number. But if steps is less than 0, then we need to add 10 steps. Right. So if we have a 1, so if our current number is a 9 and our final number is a 1, 1 minus 9 is going to be 8. 1 minus 9 is going to be minus 8. But then if we add 10 steps, it's going to be a 2, meaning that we rotate 2 positively. Okay. And then we create this tween here. Um, and then I'll need to create a for I equals 0, I less than steps, I plus plus. Oh, this is not even how you create a for loop. I don't think I created any for loop here yet. It's always been like iterators. Oh. Well, time to learn how to make a for loop in Godot. In GD script. For x in 10. Okay. I think that works. So for I in steps. Awesome. Okay, let me just quickly put on an image here of something. Okay, pretty cool. I'm gonna make it like this, so people feel inspired, you know? They see like colors and they're like, oh, it looks so good. Okay, so I'll need to okay, so first things first. Okay, so we are trying to like fake the rotation of this. Okay, we are trying to fake the rotation of this. So before we rotate, we need to set up the next number there. So the next number is gonna be current number plus I. No, but I mean, if I do this, then okay, hold on. For loop, GD script, looping for n in range goes from 0 to 7. Okay. I think I need to add a 1 there. So if my current number is a 0, which is what we start with, my next number is going to be a 1. So on my above dot text, I'm gonna need to do a next number. Can I go to string? Or is it like a string this? I think it's this. Converts one or more arguments of any variant to a type string in the best way possible. Okay, got it. So I need to do this. And then I need to rotate by 30 degrees. After I rotate by... Okay, so this actually needs to be like a callback or something. Tween. Oh, can I do this? Can I like change the text? to no, hold on. Print property. So it's this. Then here's going to be text. Then the final value is going to be the string of next number. And duration is going to be like 0. So this sets it immediately. Okay, so I set the number, I rotate, I set my current number to be the next number as well. I rotate by so this is the final angle. Okay, so if this is the final angle, then I can just like say that I rotate 30 degrees here. And then here I rotate by 0. Or my final degree is going to be 0. Okay, let me see. So I change above to be the next number. So I'm going to put a 1 there. Gotcha. Then I rotate slowly. It's going to take 1/10 of a second. So now I have a 1 here. But now I need to put the 1 there and rotate it back like immediately. So I put the same number at the current value and I rotate it back immediately. I mean, I think this is it. And then I just need to do this like a bunch of times. Okay, do I need to call like tween.start or something? No, I think I only need to create the tween and let it go. Okay, let's see if this works. Maybe this works like beautifully. Okay, I'll need the camera. Camera. Okay, and I want my camera to move here. Beautiful. Okay, now I can play this. Kind of worked. It kind of worked, I guess. Okay, so I think I need to add in some like just waiting without doing anything. So it rotates, then it does this, and then it does nothing for 0.3, 0.1 maybe. Oops, wrong thing. Oh. Okay, does this work? Did we do it like first try? I mean, that would be pretty cool. Okay, can I move the camera here? Just to have like a better idea of how this looks. I mean, I kind of like it. Obviously we will need to like hide the top and bottom. So if I create like a mesh here, I say that this mesh is going to be a box. A small one. You know. Because it essentially only needs to like hide this. Yeah, something like this. Oh, it's attached to the camera. No, sir. Minus. Oh, this has like rotation on it. Hold on. Okay, I need to move it a little bit outside, something like this. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Oh, that thing is rotating. Never mind. So I need to put it outside of root. I mean, I like it. I like it. Maybe the freezing interval needs to be like a little bit larger. Nah, this is way too much now. 12. Okay, let's tweak this slowly. Run scene. Nah, I still feel it needs to be a little bit faster. I mean, it doesn't look much, but I think we nailed it. Maybe the stopping time there needs to be a little bit higher, but does this even look like it's like moving? So if instead of doing it far away, if I do it from here, I can probably get closer a little bit more, like this. I mean, it doesn't even look like it's rotating. I mean, you can see that it's rotating because it actually, like, you see the thing rotating slowly. Okay, what more can I do here? I mean, I think that in terms of numbers, I think we like got it essentially. Kind of looks a little bit like schizophrenic, looking at it like rotating this way, but I mean, it's not supposed to be real. Okay, so what if we need to now rotate the other way? So this is the rotate upwards. And then it's going to be the rotate downwards. So if our current number is a 0 and we need to rotate to a 5, it's 5 minus 0. Okay, hold on, no. If our current number is a 5, no, if our current number is a 3, and we need to rotate to a 1, then it's 3 minus 1. So here it's current minus final. Current minus final. So if your current number is a 3 and the final is a 1, 3 minus 1 gives us a 2. But if we are rotating from a 3 to a 9, then I'm not going to rotate 6 steps, it's going to be from 3 to 2, 1, 0, 9. So it's only 4. So 3 minus 9 is minus 6 plus 10 is 4. And here it's above, and here is below, I guess. And the current number is current number minus I minus 1. Okay, I still think I'll need to do like more stuff here. Like if I rotate this to a 10, like in reality I should only rotate like for the it's not the dozens, it's like the singles place. But I mean, if I only pass like 1 digit here, then it should be fine. Okay, so this is the rotate upwards. Yeah, the thing is, if this is the current number is a 9, then it goes to a 10, then it goes to a something. Yeah, and then here I need to say if next number is greater than actually, how do I get only the first digit? Maybe I can just get the first digit by doing this or something. No, because this would be 3, 2, 1, 0. But then it goes to minus 1 instead of going to 9. Okay, hold on, I'm confused. Okay, I'm gonna increment these sizes or these durations for a little while just to like debug this a little bit better. Okay, let's see. So this is going from 0 to 9. Okay. Let me just say that the current text is going to be 5. Oh, okay, I can just do it like this. And that I want to rotate upward to a 4. Like we scored 9 points, you know? Something like this. So this goes from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it doesn't even show a 0. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it doesn't show a 0. Why? Okay, let me put a breakpoint there. Okay, so my current number is a 5. My final number is 4. So the number of steps is gonna be 9 steps. Will it? So if I have a 5, then I go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus 4. So it's 9 things. Okay. Oh, yeah, because it's not going to be index 0. Index 0 is going to be the leftmost. Oh well. Okay, if next number is greater or equal than 10, then we decrement it by 10. Okay, and I think that this should work. So it goes Thank you for the follow, Duarte. Duarte Pires 03. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How's it going? I wonder if you were on the wedding. I think you were. Welcome to the stream. So my name is Dudezard. I work on game dev projects, and today I'm working on a pinball game. So as you can see, pinball table, pretty cool. Pretty cool. And today I'm working on implementing like this. Lá, o meu inglês é péssimo, mas tudo bem. Sem problema. Okay, so I'm gonna do it in Portuguese, just for Duarte. Portanto, estou a fazer o meu jogo de pinball. E que é este. Portanto, já dá para jogar. Dá para jogar. Bué de fixe. E pronto, hoje o que eu estou a fazer é basicamente estou a tentar replicar tipo assim uma mesa mais antiga, estás a ver, de 1960 ou 1970. E então o meu objetivo hoje é conseguir implementar tipo este contador de pontos, em que isto basicamente tem um cilindro com números e vai rodando para cada número. E, essencialmente é isso. Portanto, tem tipo assim um rolo. E depois vai rodando. É isso. That's the goal for today. Okay, apparently this is now working. So it goes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the numbers look odd, okay, but we only need to care about this center one. Muito interessante, obrigado pelo português. No worries. Yeah, eu falo sempre em inglês, porque se falar em português ninguém vê o stream. Okay, so back to the regular schedule in English. Okay, so we only care about like the center number. The other ones are like just temporary to calculate some stuff. Okay, so this now works if going from a 5 to a 4. Now I want to go from a 5 to a 9. Should just go like this. Okay, so it doesn't loop around. But if I do like a 1 or a 0, it goes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. Pretty cool. If I do a 5, then it doesn't do anything. But if I do a 4, it goes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty cool. So the rotate upwards is working. So now we need to check the rotate downwards. So if we have a 5 and rotate to a 4, it should go 5, 4. If we go from a 5 to a 0, it should go 3, 2, 1, 0. And if it goes from a 5 to a 6, then it needs to go to 0 and then 9, 8, 7, 6. Which I'm not sure if it will. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And now it's displaying like -1 and stuff. So that's not proper. So what we need to do here is essentially like similar to this, but if the number is less than 0, we need to add 10 to it. Okay. What? 5, 4, 3. Okay, so it's adding. Sorry, less than 0. Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, pretty cool. So we got it working. GG. Free confetti. Confetti for everyone. Okay, pretty cool. So we got one slot rotating. We got one slot rotating. So this part here is done. I don't need to care about this. I don't need to care more about this. Now I think I want to create a score reel group, because I'll essentially want to have like multiple of this. I will want to have multiple of this. So how do I do that? I mean, I can just duplicate this and then call it score reel group. This is gonna be called score reel group. Okay, so now what I need to do here, let me think. So I can get rid of all of this nonsense. I can get rid of this script. I'm gonna need to have a new script though, which is score reel group. Pretty cool. And on this group here, I will need to have like multiple score reels. essentially. So let's assume we'll have like 5 of them. So this is going to be 1, 10, 100s, thousands, and tens of thousands. Okay, so we'll probably start with this guy there, and then this guy here. Okay, let me see if I have an idea. It's like 0.15 maybe? This is gonna be 0. This is gonna be 0.75, and this is gonna be times -2. Okay, so now we have 5 of these, which is like pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna add a camera just for debug purposes. Just for debug purposes. Something like this. Oh, where's the object? It's there. Whoops. Okay, something like this, just for debugging. Now I'll add some panels. Just to add like the bottom and top. Things. Oh. Something like this, like very thin, not very tall at all. And then I just put it like here or something. Like just barely enough so we can see like this thing actually rotates. And then minus this. Oh, these are not centered at all. The fuck? So something like this. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. We just make it a little bit closer. Minus this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. And then from the camera, it's gonna look like this. Which is pretty cool. So we can see that the things actually rotate. So now something that I can quickly do is on the individual score reel. I want this to rotate like way faster. Way faster. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, so now I'll need to control the entire group at once, which is going to be the weirdest part, I would say. So on the score reel, I'm gonna need to make the same thing, so like a rotate upwards, and this is gonna take number, obviously. Then I'll also need to do a rotate downwards. Okay, the only difference now is that I don't need to rotate, like create this logic on the individual elements because I already did that. So I only need to call Where is it? I'll only need to call like these methods on each individual one. Okay, the thing is that I'll get a number here. Sorry. So I'll get the number here. I will need to get the individual values of the number. So we'll have the digit for the 10,000 is going to be number modulo 10,000. I'm going to need to essentially like do this a bunch of times. So these like tens. No, hold on. No, here it's divided, right? It's not modulo, it's divided. Yes. Okay, can I do this recursively? So if my number, okay, let's assume that my number is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, better. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. Lamau. I'm such a memer. GG. Okay. So we have this. So the first digit is going to be 30 something thousand divided by 10. This is an integer. This is an integer. So my hope is that this will give me a 3. And then I'll have the rest, which is going to be rest is going to be, I don't know if it's called rest. Divider, divisor, and then there's like something. Leginger Dev. My dude of swords, how you doing? I'm doing great. I'm working on my own prototype. I'm working on my own incremental roguelite game. Yeah, that's true. But I'm going with a pinball theme. Pinball theme. Oh, towards that mean at least half a year of dev. Pretty much, yeah. Although currently this is only a prototype. So I'm essentially... Okay, so the plan is you find a cursed table on an abandoned warehouse. And you start playing the table. The table is like kinda broken. So only the flippers work. And whenever you hit the ball with the flippers, you get 1 point. Nothing else works. Like the ball hits there, but nothing happens. So as you score points, then you will essentially unlock like the in-game shop, where you'll be able to like fix like the individual elements and upgrade them, so you get more and more points. And the goal is that once you have enough points, you'll be able to unlock this part here, this part here at the top of the table, where these are essentially called like slot rollovers. So whenever the ball goes through here, they will light up these like bulbs, and this will spell a word. And whenever you are able to light up the 5 of them, you beat this table, and then like something happens, and like the table transforms into a different one. So ideally, for the final game, the plan will have like multiple tables, you know. But I'm just trying to validate if like the physics are good enough, and if the in-game shop makes sense. So I'm just creating like a small prototype, and then I'll give it to my fairly small community. But I think I can also like reach out to Team Bode because we are friends, and we'll like essentially try to spread the word and see if people enjoy like the small prototype without like any fancy graphics or anything, just like purely physics based gameplay. And if they think it's a good plan, a good idea, if the game is somewhat fun, then maybe I'll turn it into a full thing, a full game. But for now, it's just like implementing like individual elements, making sure that everything works. And today I'm working on creating like a score reel, like the old electromechanical tables, like these ones where like the number like rotates into place. So that's what I'm doing. So we already have it working for just one digit. So now I need to extend it to work with like several. Because the lore-wise, the table is cursed because like an old toy from the 50s or 60s. Like the table was created as a theme for like an old toy. So then the table got cursed because the toy was cursed. So we'll start with a table from the 60s or 70s, like very old school. And then when you beat the first table, you get a more modern one from like the 90s or something. And when you beat the 90s table, you get an even more modern one from the 2010s or 2020s. So for the first table, we won't have these actually like dot matrix display. You know, this doesn't make much sense. So I'm just pivoting a little bit and creating like these number slot rollers thing. I don't know the name. Or reel, yeah. How's your game going? How are sales going? Last time we talked, I think you mentioned you had already sold like $150,000, I guess, which was pretty cool. So is it continuing to sell or is it like already plateauing? I've never sold a game, so I don't know how that things go. Okay. Let me just send a message to a friend. Okay, so in terms of logic, so let's assume that our number is going to be this 35,567. So the first digit, this needs to be a 3. So we divide by 10,000. But now we need to get the rest. Oh yeah, I remember what we were doing. So it's the reminder. Yeah, I'm calling it rest, but it's the reminder. Never mind. Reminder, it's this. So reminder is gonna be number modulo 10,000. And then here I do this reminder. And then the reminder is gonna be this. Well, maybe I can just change the number. No, we're doing this. Okay, so it's reminder divided by model by. Then it's divided by model by. Then it's divided by. And then it's modulo by. And then it's divided by. And then it's modulo by. And digit 1 is going to be that. Okay, so from here Now I'll need to get into score reel. Duarte Pires, thank you for the sub. GG, here's your confetti. Thank you, thank you. Obrigado. Obrigado. Pa, pa, pa. Okay, so for the dozens of thousands, tens of thousands, I will need to call rotate upwards, and I'm gonna need to pass this digit here. Okay, so it's digit 10, then this is gonna be digit 1. Okay, so I would assume that this is gonna work, you know? I would assume that this is gonna work. And then I will need to do like similar, but for the rotate downwards. Downwards. Yep. Okay, so let me see here in terms of code. So I have this guy here, which I don't want to do anymore. I'm gonna remove the process thing. Okay, pretty cool. And what more can I test? So if I'm on the score real group, I kinda want to like set the digits to something. I mean, this is gonna start as a 0. It's whatever. Okay, so if I do a rotate upwards, and then I go to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I get rid of this. Okay, in theory, if I now play this should rotate in place and it will look beautiful. Oh, oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. Damn. I'm so happy with this. Okay, so what if I do it the other way? 7, 5, 6, 5, 3. Oh, beautiful. I don't know about you, but this feels like very orgasmic. Entrei na tua comunidade Discord. Estou agora a começar a dar os primeiros passos em Rust, visto que tens um projeto de emulador. Podes responder em inglês, eu percebo, só não sou muito bom a escrever e falar. Ok. No, we can keep it in English. Yeah, I built a Game Boy emulator. I'm gonna show it to you. So, essentially for the past 3 years, I worked for an American startup. And I only used Rust exclusively to work on a game engine that I built from scratch using Rust. So I already had experience with Rust. Okay, this was not my first project, but I didn't like the way that I used Rust throughout those 3 years, because I didn't have access to an IDE. So I was using like VS Code directly, which was not ideal for Rust. I didn't have a debugger. We didn't have like unit tests. We were not using the language properly because none of us at the company knew how to actually like code in Rust. So I essentially hated the language. I mean, I worked with it daily for 3 years, and I hated it like every single day. So then I became unemployed. All is fine, and I thought, no, I need to make peace with Rust, because Rust, surely it's not as bad as I remember. So I decided that I would be building something that I've always wanted to build since I was like very young, which was a Game Boy emulator essentially. So before we start, have you ever had one of these? I don't know which year you are from, but do you know what this is? Have you ever played with one? And if yes, what was your favorite game for it? Because if you did, I'm gonna download the ROM and we'll be playing a little bit of that game in my emulator. So I'll wait a little bit for your reply. But essentially, yeah, essentially that's the thing. I hated the language, but I thought, no, I need to give it a second chance. Sei que é, mas sou muito novo, só tenho 23 anos. Okay. Okay, so we'll go with a simple one. I'm pretty sure you know Pokemon, right? So let's go with Pokemon. It's already there. Test run. Okay, and then I'll need the magnifier. So I built this. It even like plays music. See, and it's like pretty cool. I don't recall the keys though. I think it's A and Z. Oh. Come on. What is the key for this? Yeah, so as you can see, I'm in the game. I mean, this is right at the start of the game, so nothing much happens here. I don't even have a Pokemon yet. Yeah, I can't even open like Pokemons or anything. I don't have any badges. I just literally started the game. But yeah, I mean, this is an emulator and this plays any Game Boy game that you throw at it, essentially. And yeah, I decided to make it in Rust because I needed to make peace with it. So yeah, I know how to code in Rust, and if you are learning, and if you have questions, feel free to ask them. But I would say, if you want a suggestion, that is, I would say that the best way to learn a language is to work on something small that you would like to like code that you've never had the chance to code before. So like an emulator or a ray tracer or something. So I have another project. So the first actual project that I made in Rust was a ray tracer. Do you know what a ray tracer is? It's essentially like a rendering algorithm which allows you to like render objects. It's fairly simple, but it's fairly slow. You essentially try to mimic how light bounces on surfaces, and then you record an image doing that. Currently, I'm doing rustlings to adapt myself to the syntax. Yeah. But yeah, I would say that. So this ray tracer was my first project in Rust. So before I joined the company, they told me you are gonna need to know how to code in Rust. So this ray tracer is what I did. So essentially, I click play, and then it generates an image. And currently, like, it's very pixelated and all, because this is with some parameters, so it works like very fast. But by working fast, it renders terribly. But I could say, for example, to do this. Now it's gonna take way longer now. Well, still only half a second, but it already looks a little bit better, as you can see. Okay, come on, I need to close other tabs and only open main. Okay, and do this with 200. Okay, you can see here like the percentage counter. GG. Took 4 seconds now, but now it looks really, really cool, you see. And I have different scenes that I can do. So I have like the monkey scene, where we have a monkey. Okay, so this is a little bit slower now, as you can see. 20%, 25%, 30%. Okay, I'm just waiting for this, so we can see the beautiful Suzanne monkey. Hello, Professor Kayas, good morning. When I was young, I did some Wolfenstein Doom style rendering. A bit later, some 3D ray tracing. Don't remember anything about the implementation, probably would laugh at them today. Did use assembly in the inner loops though, damn. Assembly is pretty hardcore. So see, now we render the monkey. So yeah, this is like an image generator where you can like specify shapes, and it just renders them. So you essentially say, okay, I want to have like an arc. No, hold on, what is this? Oh, this is just the materials. So you can like create like rectangles and spheres and cubes and stuff like that, essentially. And for meshes, they are all like triangles. But I mean, this is pretty cool, you know? This is pretty cool. You can make these run, and then oh, don't run it in debug, that's hella slow. But you can like render different images, you know, and they look pretty cool. See? Even has like reflection, refraction, all of that. Very interesting. I think that at the end of Rustlings, I'll do something similar. Yeah, I would say that just pick something that is simple enough, something that you can kind of understand. You don't need to understand all of it, you know, but you kind of need to know what you are getting yourself into. But it should be something similar, where the difficulty of the project shouldn't impact the difficulty of learning a new language. So it should be something that you kind of know how to do already. So this was like my third ray tracer at this point, but it was the first one that I did in Rust. So I already knew what I would need to do in any language, but I just didn't know how to do it in Rust, you know. So I already knew how to build a ray tracer. So I think you would need to do like something similar. Like find something that you kind of know how to do already, and implement it in Rust. And it doesn't need to be like something very hardcore. So for example, this was the first project, you know, like the ray tracer. But then I built something else as well. I built a card market card tracker for Pokemon cards. So I have a bunch of Pokemon cards, and I wanted to know how much they were worth. So I essentially built like a database, like a backend service that reads the prices from the website, and it updates my database, and then it gives me like the total, you know. And whenever I run it, it automatically updates the prices based on who was updated last. So it always goes from the oldest price that it updated last time to the newest one. And I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I essentially have like a CSV where I have all of my cards. I mean, they're not many, they're only like 100 cards or something. But I have these CSV with my cards. These are the card IDs. Then I have if they are like reverse holo or not, if they are like shiny and special, the amount that I have of them, and then I write all of these data into a database essentially. So for example, for the Caterpie, I go into card market and I grab the image from there, you know. Oh. So now this is not letting me. So maybe they changed like the URL or something. But then I also get like the card market URL for the card directly. This is not working. Maybe I was banned. No, just kidding. See, look, so I'm essentially storing all of these data so that next time I need to query data from here, I already know like the URL. So I do these queries manually, not manually, but automatically. But once I find the address, I store the address and then I go there directly. And then I have like the card IDs, the number of each card, if they are holo or not. When was the last time that I checked for the prices, and how much each card costs. And because I have this running on a database, then it means that I can easily sort all of this data. And if you check here, my card with ID 7 was worth 115 euros on 27th of April. And my card with ID 7 is this one. So now we can check how much it costs now. So it's even more valuable now because now it costs 130. Hey, new here. Did this guy build a ray tracer in Rust? Yes. Hello, Sammy. How's it going? Good morning. That is true. I built a ray tracer in Rust. Why not, you know? It was something that I already knew how to do in other languages, and because I already knew how to build a ray tracer, and ray tracers are fun, and I was trying to figure out how to learn the language, I thought it was like a good plan. But then I also made the Pokemon card tracker, like price tracker, and then more recently, something I'm very proud of, I built this Game Boy emulator in Rust as well. And it plays any game that you throw at it. Here it is, like playing Pokemon Red. It even has like sounds and all. See, like pretty cool stuff. So yeah. I mean, usually when people are learning stuff, I mean, just try to have fun with it, you know? I would say that's the most important part. And like, for example, now, like I'm building this game in Godot. I've used Godot like 10 years ago to make like some small project. And now I'm actually trying to build something So I'm like, I decided on an idea that I know would be like fun to try, which is like build a pinball game. Like pinballs are very fun. They're not extremely complex. I did a tiny one in C, but not in Rust. Feeling a bit dismotivated to do it in Rust because of coding agents doing all the stuff. Well, you don't need to use coding agents, you know? The entire Game Boy emulator, I didn't use AI at all. And this happened like 2 months ago, you know? So there was already the possibility of doing it with AI. Is it real time? The ray tracer? No. The ray tracer is a CPU ray tracer, so it's very slow. It takes like several seconds to video or image, I mean. What do you mean? I'm confused. Are you talking about the Game Boy emulator? Or are you talking about the ray tracer? Let me know. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by real time. If it's the emulator, no, the emulator doesn't run in real time. It takes like several seconds to run. The ray tracer. The emulator runs in real time, obviously. Talking about the ray tracer, do you load the image on such events like mouse and render? No, it's a one-shot kind of thing. Muito interessante, vou almoçar, até à próxima. Okay, see you later. Thank you for the sub and for the follow. No, the ray tracer is a one-shot kind of thing. So I specify which scene I want, and then I just go with render the scene once, and then it takes 2 seconds to render one image, and then it outputs a PNG. I mean, it's pretty cool. I enjoy ray tracers a lot. When I did this, I built like a specific scene, and then I let it run 1920 by 1080 with like 20 samples per pixel or something, or like even 2000, and I just let it like run and run and run like a lot, just so that I had like a proper like a desktop background image. Okay, let me grab the link. I can do it like this. I made the scene configurator as well. Scene 1. Oh, but you didn't add any reflections yet, or refractions or anything, or textures. There's plenty of stuff that you can still do. I mean, I'm assuming you haven't done it based on the images, but maybe you did. Maybe you did. See, like these ones are like reflecting one another. No, we had that as a bonus at school. Oh, so it was like a school project. That's pretty cool. ACL Okay, so L's are lights. PL are plans. CY are cylinders, Y-oriented. SP are spheres. A is probably ambient light. C. What's a C? This is the Aladdin scene. I don't know what C is. So it has like this, this, and this. It's like a position color and then a scale, like a circle maybe? Then a bunch of spheres. That's pretty cool. Okay, let me open your other URL. This is more advanced scene configured with all light reflections and mirroring stuff. Oh, but is this one yours as well? Or this is just like the... Ricardo and Bruno. These are like Portuguese names. Maybe Brazilian names. No, they are Spanish. No, this is from another student with the same school project. I see. Mini RT. I mean, it's pretty cool. They even have like lights. They have like art shadows. We could have like soft shadows as well. I love ray tracers. Ray tracers are so cool. Alright, man. Nice talking to you. Interested about stuff you are doing in Rust. I need to finish some stuff. Great reaching out to you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, currently I'm not doing any Rust project anymore. I mean, the ray tracer was like 3 years old by now. The Game Boy emulator is done. It already emulates everything that I needed it to do, so currently I'm not doing anything in Rust, but if you have any questions, I mean, reach out and I will gladly answer them. By the way, I have a Discord server, so if you are interested, you can also like follow the server and then we can talk there. Or even I don't like calling people out, or even give me a follow, you know, and then you can keep me company on some other days. Okay, so back to this. So I mean, this is pretty cool. This is like working. So I implemented this today, like this core reel kind of thing. So it kind of behaves as this old school pinball, like rotating cylinders thing. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So this is the rotate upwards, and then let me do a rotate downwards to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and this should go from 0 and all the way around. Oh. Never mind. Wrong thing. It's this. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, hold on, I'm confused. Huh? Maybe I didn't save the scene. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do you mean? This is not correct. Oh, It's because it's hard coded there. Never mind. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we have this working now, which is pretty cool. So we will be able to use this for the backboard of the first table, so that we can use this to keep track of the score, essentially. So we can keep track of the score. So I think I can get rid of all of these now. Hello? And I wonder how can I integrate this. So on this table one, I will want to have like a backboard in some way. So this is the playfield. I mean, the playfield has an inclination to it, but not the screen. No, not the screen. Right, table pivot. And this makes sense now. Okay, so I will want to get rid of this matrix.display here. And what? And I'll want to add a child node, a 3D child node, which I'm gonna call backboard. Good job. And we are gonna try and build the backboard here, and then whenever it works, we'll move it into a separate scene, probably. But for now, this is good. I mean, we don't need to care that much about this. Can I do a plane? No, I need to do a mesh. Yes, so the mesh can be a plane. Plane mesh, yes. Rotation 90 degrees. Okay, good job. Okay, so now we go on the mesh, and on the mesh we are gonna maybe scale this, you know, maybe make like this guy like freaking giant or something. Doesn't need to be perfect for now. Oh no, bro. Scene 3D. I'm gonna call this root, and then I'll put the mesh instance inside, and then I move this guy. No. It's gonna be 0. This is gonna be 90. And then we're gonna move it like this up. Yes. Okay, something like this. So this is gonna be like the background or something, which I'll use to put like an image or something. But I mean, for now it's just as simple as making it like very dark yellow. or orange or something. I don't know, like I don't care much about the color. I just want to have like something. And then I'm gonna want to have a score real group. A score real group. American GG, hello. How's it going? How's it going? Today I've been working on something that is pretty cool. And you, as an pinball expert that you are, I think you will enjoy it. So you already know the lore of the game, you know. So the first table is going to be like a table from the 60s or 70s. So back in the day, they didn't have like these matrix dot displays. So everything was like electromechanical. So they had like these number reels that would rotate and show your score and stuff. So that's what I've worked on today. That's what I've been working on today. And we essentially now have the ability to have these guys working, essentially. So if I go to this core real group and it starts at 0, if I play this, oh, I got rid of the camera, sorry, hold on. Camera. Perspective, this. Okay. If I play this, then go 76543. Like it rotates as the real like pinball machine. Pretty cool. And it goes on both ways. So you can rotate upward or rotate downward. So I can do a rotate downward, and now it would rotate like through 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then stop at the ones. So it's faked? Of course it's faked. Why would it be like truthful? So I only need to manage like 3 labels, you know? Because if not, I would need to like create labels all around this. You know? And that would be kind of odd. Like managing all of these labels. So I only need to manage 2 of them at once. You know? So if I'm moving upwards, I just need to replace 0 and 1. If I'm rotating downwards, I only need to replace 0 and -1. So essentially, the way that this is working, which is pretty smart, honestly, is... So imagine that you want to go from 0 to a 3, okay? So first number is 0. The next number is going to be a 1. So then you are going to rotate this by 30 degrees. So now you have a 1 there, and the 0 is hidden. So now you put a 1 where the 0 was, and you immediately snap back this to the previous one. And now you replace the top one with the 2, and then you rotate, update, blah blah blah, all of that. A texture? No. What you mean? No, these are like texts that I change in real time. It's labels, yeah. I mean, it's fake in the sense that I don't like put numbers or letters all around. I only put it here. No. No, because these are magical dials, you know? Because they are gonna show letters as well. They're gonna show letters as well. So the plan is that, so currently, let me just quickly rotate this guy. 90 degrees, minus 90. Hold on. Why is this not working? Yeah, so imagine this, okay? So currently, I need to make this way larger. So something like this. So this is going to keep track of the score and whatnot. But we also have the store that we'll need for upgrades. And that I will want to somehow integrate like text into here, maybe. Maybe. It's a possibility. Maybe. And because I want the ability to have like actual letters and whatnot, I think it's just better to handle all of this dynamically instead of actually building like a 20 or 30 something sided thing. I don't know. I essentially still don't know what will be like the size of the alphabet. For now it's only numbers, but it might not be. It might not be. Okay, how do I update? How do I update the scores? I don't recall. Oh, so it calls on process every time. Okay. Okay, so let me try something. Let me try something. So if I go on the table here, so this is the backboard. I think I'm gonna add a script for the backboard. Scripts, backboard. And then on every frame, I'm gonna call core real group dot rotate upwards, and then here I'll call game data.current points. Okay, this is the plan. Did machines of that era add letters? No. You said you were going for realism. I mean, yes, but tables back in the day also didn't have like in-game shops, you know. And tables back in the day also didn't fix themselves and upgrade themselves, and they didn't have like a talking puppet. So what I mean is realism in terms of like ball physics and how these like the pinball elements behave. Like you don't actually play this, you know, you actually don't play with this either. So I mean, this is a prototype, okay? It's a prototype. It doesn't need to be like the last variant of this. Oh, what the fuck is happening there? The fuck? Oh, because it's rotating to a number and then it's rotating back. I see. Hold on. I need to clear the script. Group. Then pass. Yeah. So I would say now that in theory, like, what the fuck happened with that camera? Oh, yeah, because I need to get rid of the camera on the score reel group. I don't like this. I don't like managing multiple cameras. What the fuck? Like, this guy doesn't have a camera anymore. Okay, where is this camera preview? No, bro. This camera is all wrong. What happened with this camera? Okay, hold on. Did I move the camera when I moved the backboard? Oh, right. Maybe I moved the backboard. Not the backboard, the pivot. Table pivot, something, 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 visible, false. No, but this is the matrix dot display. Oh, right. I moved the table. Whoops. GG, fixed. Okay, so now by playing, congrats on that amazing point that Portugal got yesterday. Bro, we play so terrible. We play like shit. So it's so sad. I mean, look at this. It's pretty cool. You like this? That ching 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 ching. Doesn't this look cool? It's freaking awesome. I mean, apparently only the spinner and the flippers are scoring points, but okay, hold on. Save game. Zero. Okay, let's play this again. Oh. I mean, isn't this fun? I like this a lot. Pyong pyong, pyong pyong pyong, pyong pyong pyong. Okay, I feel proud already. I feel very proud already. What speed did they move at? Way faster than this. Oh, I got 1,000 points from somewhere. Oh, because I beat that. It's very complicated, like spelling the 5-letter word there at the top. I mean, but this is working. GG. We won the game. We spelled devil or something. Okay, so I would say that the score reel needs to rotate a little bit faster. The score reel probably needs to rotate a little bit faster. Yeah, more like this. I mean, if you want to test this, the best way is like the spinner. Spinner sometimes gets stuck, which is odd. I mean, it's whatever. I like it. I like it. Okay, so how do we now try to integrate this with the shop, the in-game shop? Actually don't know. Why can't I move here? Hello? Hold on. Technical difficulties. This is like frozen. Oh, it's like on preview. Never mind. Yeah, so how would I go about integrating this? Okay, so if I... Okay, maybe I should show this guy here to the left, just so we have like a comparison. Just so we have a comparison. Okay, so first things first, something that old tables used to do is that the singles digit would never move. You know, it would always be a 0. Because that way it kind of gives you the idea that you are already scoring like 10 times as much. So it's like a bigger number immediately. But I don't think we need to care about that for now. Okay, what we need to care about is how to actually put the ball inside the in-game shop. Which is incredibly difficult. But I mean, it's difficult because probably these oh, there it is. Good. Yeah, so I would like to somehow incorporate like this same mechanic that I have here of going left and right on the elements and displaying the cost and displaying the current points award and the next points award through here, through this number score reel thing. Cool emissives, thank you. Simonot, look at this. Look at what I've worked on. Hold on. Bloop. We have a score reel like the old tables, you know. Pyong 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 pyong. They're pretty cool. Yeah, the spinny ones, nice, thank you. Yeah, they look really cool. I like those a lot. But now I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate those or multiple of those as the in-game shop, you know. So I was thinking that okay, let me just quickly get points here. I'm earning points. Good job. Yeah, so I'm trying to think, how could I implement having multiple of these score reels behave the same as the shop here, where I would still be able to go left and right somehow, and it would update and change like the cost and and also display the current point awards and the next point awards, you know, something like that. Maybe I only need to show the cost for the next upgrade. Maybe I can show like the level of the upgrade. Maybe I can show the level and then I can show how much does it cost. Because, I mean, this is like a simple table. Or the objective is that this is going to be a very simple table, so this is not going to have like weird combos and mechanics and stuff. So maybe I don't know. Do you guys have any idea? You guys have any idea? Like I could have multiple. I can have multiple of them, okay? Like for example, this game has 4 of them because usually you have games back in the day allowed you to play up to 4 people at once. So they would keep like the track of the score for the 4 individual players. But myself, I would like this to I would like to have multiple of them, but one always display the points that you have, and then the other 3 or the other 1 or 2 would be to display the shop details. But I don't actually know how to do this. Okay, what do I want to do here? Because I would say that I don't even know. I mean, I don't want to overly complicate this. What made you go for this era of machine? Lore. It's all part of the lore. I don't know if you were here or not. Do you know about the cursed toy thing? The cursed toy that cursed the table? Probably you do. But essentially it's the dolls, yeah. So the dolls are like from the 50s or the 60s, you know? So it only makes sense for a 50s or 60s or 70s table to have a theme for that doll. So I want the first table to be like very thematic and from the same era from when the doll was from. But then once you beat the first table, then you'll get a more modern one from like the 90s or something. And then when you beat that second table, then you get an even more modern one from the 2010s or. So they will all be very different. Okay, so like the first one is gonna be like, or I will try to make it all entirely like electromechanical. So like you have like switches that rotate and stuff. Then on the middle table, I'll probably have like the matrix dot display to show stuff. Oh, this is like throwing a bunch of errors. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? GG. The fuck? Never mind. Okay, then on the middle table, I'll probably go with like a dot matrix display. And then on the more modern one, I'll probably have like two screens, like two different screens. Like one LCD and stuff, and the other one probably still a dot matrix display, but dot matrix display is only to show like the score or something. Because I was thinking that on the third table, like on the more modern table, we could play like for example, a variation of the Dino game, you know, but with the character. So then you would use like the flippers or something to like score extra points. Mozilla 404 thing. Well, it's actually from Chrome, but yes. And it's not the 404. It's whenever you don't have network. When you don't have the internet. Yeah, so I was thinking that on the last table, I would have like a proper OLED LCD screen, whatever you want to call it. And then it would be cool if I were able to like show mini games there. And then part of the game would be you'll be playing this, and then part of the game you'll be playing like games on that LCD screen. Maybe I can even do like a Pong on a matrix dot display or something. So I have ideas. Okay, I have ideas. What's Aden Captain? Hello, Minister of Defense. How you doing? Because you are a fairly vintage person. I'm not calling you old, by the way. Because you are a fairly vintage person. I would say that you are gonna appreciate my score reel. No, I'm not calling him old. Look at this beautiful, amazing thing. Like it rotates and keeps track of the score. Like regular old pinball tables. Isn't it amazing? Fuck. Pyong, 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 pyong. I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm very proud of it. I'm definitely enjoying the purple glow. Thanks. Oh, and so these are the 3D models that I made in Blender. Have you seen that the things actually like animate properly? Hold on. So if I do this and then this. So I can pyong, pyong, pyong. See? Like squishes the ball. Looks great, thank you. I'm a professional game developer here. And I also revamped the store component. So if I remove this, I revamped the store component where these things are now part of groups, you know. Like I don't know what have you seen and what you have not, but so currently this is the same group, like Star Rollover Group Middle. So when you go into the shop, you have like Star Rollover Group Middle, which you can upgrade, and when you upgrade all of them at once. So it's not individual ones anymore. I've not seen this stuff yet. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you've been doing, but you've been missing. I mean, I've also been missing. I didn't. I only streamed like once or twice last week. Yeah, this is like the flippers that I modeled. These are the pop bumpers that I modeled. as well. They kind of like reflect the environment and whatnot. And then this thing like animate up and down. This is like the light ring that I added that gets very bright. So yeah, I mean, it's going. I'll probably need to start adding like proper textures to stuff, like PBR textures. Because, I mean, the game looks still very flat, I would say. But, I mean, I like it. I like how it looks. It's very colorful. It's on the verge of looking ultra realistic. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. Obviously, I need like proper PBR materials, but it's getting there. Yeah, I actually don't know if I want to go like ultra realistic or if I want to go with like a cartoonish style for the game. I know that I want it to be 3D, but I don't know if I want to have like a post-processing shader on top. Like a pixelated, like a 90s PlayStation 1 look. I don't know. I don't know any of that. Currently, I'm just focused on the gameplay and gameplay elements and that stuff. Whoa, your pinball machine is coming together. It is. It really is. Okay, so people in the community, I need help. We need to discuss something. So currently, or up until now, we used to use these matrix dot or dot matrix display. I don't know if it's matrix dot display or dot matrix display. It's probably dot matrix display. DMD, yeah, dot matrix display. So we used to use this instead, where it keeps track of the points and it's all like very, modular and stuff, because I can change the text directly and I can go left and right and it shows the various groups and how you can upgrade them and all of that, and then you can go on exit and it releases the ball. But this is good for a more modern table, okay? This is good for a more modern table. And currently, I want to go with 1970's table, where they only had like electromechanical number score reels thing. So I don't know how to show this data with only this type of stuff, you know. Only this type of stuff. I can add more lights, you know, okay, but I can actually have like text, I think, or okay, sorry. So what I mean is that actually, like, the text won't be able to turn on and off, and I won't be able to like change text. So I'll be able to change numbers, and then the text will need to be there, and maybe I can light it up or not. But yeah, I don't know how to go from this screen into something like this, and I kind of need help. So I was thinking that I can probably have multiple of these. Make the element blink on the table and have a separate spinner. Or maybe the same one, displaying the buy price. Okay. Okay, so that makes sense because then that means that I don't need to display like this name, neither a image. So I can have like just a small like selection light besides every guy that kind of tells, okay, this is what you are currently trying to upgrade. So that makes sense. Then I can display the cost, but how do I do it in terms of current points that you get from hitting that and next number of points? Or maybe I just don't change. Maybe just I just don't show it here. The art would have score price. The art would have score price while in store. Score slash price while in store or something like that. I don't know why the fuck he's like giving me so many errors. But whatever. Oh, because it's creating an empty tween. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Let me just protect the script here. If steps equals 0, I just return. Oops. Okay, this should get rid of that. Because if not, I'm just creating a tween with nothing there. Another set of dials with points when hit. Okay, but then it only shows the next value, not like the current value. I mean, I can have multiple sets of dials. That's okay. The question is, I don't know how to... Like, isn't it gonna be weird whenever you are like playing and you have like multiple of these, but only one is actually counting stuff? I don't know. Kind of weird. Okay, but let's try it. Let's try it. Okay, so I go here on table 1. Hello? I'll go here on table 1. Okay, this guy is way too big. This backboard thing. It's way too big. Come on. So something like this. Okay, so this one is gonna be for the score. And then I'll have a second one, which is gonna be for cost. And then I'll have a third one hit points. Okay, something like this. So we'll have like 3 of them. We'll have 3 of them. Okay, And then we have the score reel. Okay, and then here I'll need to check that whenever I'm on the store, I'll need to do this. Okay. Okay, so whenever I'm on the store, I'm gonna need to do this stuff. So I'm gonna need to create two functions: on store enter and on store exit. Okay, so on store exit is gonna be like fairly simple, where I need to grab the cost real group and rotate downwards to 0, essentially like resetting them. And then the hit points, same thing. But then on the store enter, on store enter, this needs to do something different. On store enter, transition to screen store. You are the #1 song skipper on this stream. You actively dislike my music. Bad. Okay, so it's not the score. Hold on. Table. Shop. Okay, it's this one. Good job. Okay, so I want the backboard. Okay, so I guess that I'll need to do all of this nonsense there as well, kinda. Okay, let's try. I'm gonna try to copy as much code as I can. So then I have this update element. Okay, hold on. So if I put all of this code here, surely all of this shouldn't work, because I won't have like label point number or anything like that. Okay, so on left flipper, we're going to call update element display. And the only thing how do I do this? Volta, welcome back, Duarte. Okay, so we need to select elements from left to right. Rotate upwards 0. Rotate downward 0 on this, and hit points real group. Okay. Okay, this part here is done. And then I can get rid of all of this. And I can say that okay, I should have like a rotate towards, like an upwards, a downwards, and a rotate towards, which would be like the shortest distance. But it's whatever. Rotate upwards. Okay, so here on the cost, I'm gonna pass in this. And then there, I would need to pass this. And then I don't have like any labels whatsoever. Okay, update points label. No, I mean, this can just work. Okay, can I clear this error? Okay. Let's see now how this behaves. So if I put the ball inside, so as you can see now it's like updating properly. Why is this? Okay. Yeah, so if I throw the ball inside, it like properly updates. $110, 50, and 5. Hello, Lit Geek. How's it going? And then when going to exit, it's gonna show 0. Okay, so I think that this is working. Okay, I need to create a rotate towards thing. Rotate upwards, rotate. I'll need to create a rotate towards number hint. Oh, but I'll need to, in order to do that, I'll need to grab the current number. Good, I slept like a log. Are you already in vacation, like preparing just for the move? I would assume you aren't working now because it's probably very stressful. Of our current number equals 0. Oh. Nope, working until the day. Damn. Okay. So you're only like packing boxes at the end of each day. Like a maniac. Gotcha. Okay, func rotate towards number hint. Okay, so I essentially need to grab this. I'll essentially need to grab this. And then I need to do the distance. If final number minus current number. So, okay, let me think. If I go from 0 to 5, it's gonna take 5 steps. But if I go the opposite way, it's going 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. It's still 5 steps. So 5 steps is the most that it can do. It's the most that it can do. Okay, so hold on. So if steps are greater than 5, then I go rotate downwards number. Else, rotate upwards number. Is it this? Might as well just... Is this gonna work? So if my current number is a 5 and my final number is a 0, I do 5 minus 0, it's gonna be 5. It's gonna be 5, so it's gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Yeah. So if my number is a 5 and my final number is a 1, then this is going to be 1 minus 5, which is going to be negative. Okay, so I think I need to go the absolute value of this. Then surely this is going to work. Surely this is going to work. So here I do this, and then I do a rotate towards. I mean, I could have like an helper method just to give me the digits. Can I refactor this directly? No. I wonder if I can use Godot inside Rider. Maybe they have like better support than this nonsense. Oh well. Func split into digits. Number int. And then I'm gonna return digit 10,000, digit 1,000, digit 100, digit 10, digit 1. Amazing. Okay, then here I can say var digits equals split into digits number. And then I actually wonder if I want to do this the other way around. Because if I make this go all the way to 6 digits, then I'll need to change this, which is not that great. I mean, it's whatever. Digits. Yeah, actually I want to do it like this. This is gonna be upwards. Yes. Amazing. And this is gonna be towards. Towards. Okay, and then here, can I call it like a reverse? Oh, that would be amazing. Cannot return because it returns void. Oh, var digits equals this digits dot reverse, and then I return digits. Beautiful. Yeah, and then if I want to add one more, it's simpler. Okay. What about this now? So if I go into the store, 50. Oh. So this doesn't make much sense. Okay, so this logic is not good because this cost 100 should go to cost 50, so that one should like rotate in one step to 0. I wonder what the hell is wrong. I wonder what the hell is wrong. Okay, digits. 0, 0, 100. Pew, 0, 0, 100. 0, 0. Okay, so now if I do this, like that 100 should go into a 50. Okay, so it's this one. So it has a 1 and should go into a 0. So the current number is a 1. The final number is a 0. Number of steps is 1. Number of steps is 1. Okay, so I don't think I can do it this way then. Okay, I'm confused. So my final number is a 0. My current number is a 1. Number of steps is 1. But because my final number is less than the current number, I should call rotate downwards. Okay, I think it's if final number is less than current number, I call rotate downwards final number here. Okay, and here I flip it. I guess this is what I want to do. Okay, surely this is what I want to do. Okay, so if I go into the store, it's kind of odd, isn't it? Going from a 50 to 100, like one of them rotates upward, the other one rotates downward. It's odd. If I can do this, then you're gonna like move very fast because it's just adding twins. 15. This is wrong. Yeah. Yeah, if I do this like very fast, then it like messes up. Yeah. It's fine. I mean, I think this works for now. Okay, what if I have like actual points here now? So I'm scoring points, right? So I have like 27 points or something. Okay, I have 28 points. Oh, I actually can't buy anything. So I have 1037 points now. So now I can purchase stuff. Okay, so what if I go to the pop bumper group here? I do this. Why is it showing 100? No, bro, this is wrong. I already messed this up. Okay, this is not working. Never mind. Okay, we got this. 10,000 points. And then we put the ball inside. Okay, good job. because I have 2000 points. So if I upgrade the group on the top, which is like these 3 ones here, no. Oh, these didn't update. But now it's saying that I have the wrong points somehow. Costs 250. Now costs 500. Okay, there's some odd stuff here. There's some odd stuff here. 110, 1050. I mean, the number of points don't make sense. If I purchase this, it's going to cost 2000. And it will gonna give 1000 points, but it didn't update. Okay, so I think that there's an issue. There is an issue with the individual reels. That whenever I do this nonsense here, I should only have one twin. I think that I should only have one twin. If not twin, then I create it. Okay, and then independently on what the hell happens, this needs to add up. So I should be able to enqueue like several twins, one on top of the other. The thing is that usually this is the current number. But in reality, I should be grabbing this goal number here somewhere. Oh, I can call it final number here. Okay, so the final number okay, let me think. So if I do an update here, where my current number or my starting number is that, So instead of squaring it, I'll do this. Yeah, okay, so this is my current number. This is the number okay, I'm trying to figure out what happens if I call like rotate upwards twice, you know? If I do a rotate upwards from 0 to 5 and then another one from 5 to 9. Or if I go rotate upwards 5 and then I do a rotate upwards like 3 or something. I don't want the second tween to replace the first one. I want them to be like additive, which means that whatever happens here, I need to be reusing the same tween and be continuously adding to it. But if I call rotate upwards the first time, my number is going to be 0. My current number is going to be 0. My final number is going to be this. It's going to be this number here. So let's imagine that this number is going to be 5. So I'm going to do 5 steps. But then I'm writing final number to be 5. So the next time that I call rotate upwards, I'm going to have this. Because I'm already saving the number there. Okay, so here I shouldn't be able to actually do this. I mean, if I call rotate towards... Yeah, I think this is going to break because I'm doing this twice. So my current number is my final number. Yeah, I don't think I need to... I don't think I can replace that one. I think that instead of using that final number, I think I need to use number here. Okay, let's test this now. Okay, so I have... Didn't update. Should have 2000 points. Why is this not updating? Okay, I'm very confused. No, I'm breaking this more by the day. So these guys only rotate once. Okay, so this guy only rotates once. Okay, so I wonder if I need to... If not tween or tween dot... Can I check if a tween has stopped tweening? is valid. Okay, what is the method? Is there a is playing or something that I can use? Is running. Oh, can I query for a finished? Is running. It has a finished signal. Okay, so I think I can just call like is running. Or not is running. I create a new one. Yeah. Feels like whenever they stop, they don't resume by themselves. So maybe I just need to call like dot resume from there or something. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. No, this doesn't work. Okay, I don't know. Everyone, I'm going for lunch now. I'm gonna be back in around, I don't know, 1 hour, 45 minutes maybe. So yeah, I appreciate you all. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the sub from Duarte. Yeah, I'm gonna do a lunch break now, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye. I appreciate you all. See ya.